Distinguished speakers, ladies and gentlemen, dear compatriots, in the free Iran, after the mullahs, the National Council of Resistance of Iran is committed to holding free elections and respecting the rights of all people. I call on the international community and world leaders to adopt their policy on Iran in line with the Iranian people's desire and to identify Iran with its people and not with its criminal rulers. Thank you all very much.
Ebrahim Raisi must be removed from office by the people of Iran, and he must be prosecuted for crimes against humanity and genocide. And today, by all indications, the resistance movement in Iran has never been stronger. Resistance units in Iran are the center of hope for the Iranian people. They're the engine of change from within during the uprisings and continued protests. But there is an alternative. Well organized, fully prepared, perfectly qualified and popularly supported alternative called the MEK. The MEK is committed to democracy, human rights, and freedom for every citizen of Iran. And it's led by an extraordinary woman. Mrs. Rajavi is an inspiration to the world. Her 10-point plan for the future of Iran will ensure freedom of expression, freedom of assembly, and the freedom for every Iranian to choose their elected leaders. Our greatest hope must always be for a peaceful, cooperative, and harmonious coexistence with Iran and all the sovereign nations of the region and the world. The United States will always be ready to embrace peace with all who seek it. The American people are strong, and the American people stand for freedom.
The greatest challenge, the greatest threat that the United States faces in the world today is from the regime in Tehran, Iran. As we know, as many as 30,000 of God's children in 1988 only because they were members of the regime's most significant opposition, the MEK, the Mujahideen al-Khalq, the very organization we are proud to be standing with today.
It is through individual people, after all, like Raisi and Nouri and others, that the regime commits its crimes. If individual people get the message that they will be pursued and prosecuted and punished, then not only will justice be done, but also many may be deterred from committing those crimes. There is an alternative to the current regime that's readily available. NCRI, headed by Mrs. Rajavi, has shown that it has both the program and the organizational capability to provide the leadership that will give Iran a democratic alternative to the current tyranny. Of course, the only assured way to end this conduct is to end this regime, to finish what Senator Lieberman once referred to as the unfinished business of the 20th century.
But Iran is a threat to the United States, to Europe, to the Middle East, and to freedom-loving people everywhere. Raisi has the blood of 30,000 of your countrymen on his hands. He was one of 4 members of that infamous Death Commission that oversaw 30,000 executions in 1988. As a result, he was condemned by Amnesty International, by the Human Rights Watch, by the governments of Italy and Canada.